yes, this is the part 2. If you want to watch part 1, I'm going to put it in the description box below. So basically, what happened was in the second part of the dream, because I forgot to say this in the first part, is that so basically when I was the bride, and what's happening is that I'm having a dream. For those of you who haven't seen part 1, I'm not going to say it all over again. I'm just going to summarize. I'm having a dream where I'm the bride in this wedding, but the groom hasn't showed up, and he never did in the dream. He never did. But I remember going to the kitchen because I was there by myself, and it was like everybody was looking at me like if I was VIP. I mean, I am the bride, so obviously, right? But like they couldn't believe it, right? I went to the kitchen and I asked the chef that was making the food to give me like food, and I was like, no, don't worry about it. Just serve me, because he was about to grab a plate and like make it beautiful and serve me as chef, right? But I was like, no, don't worry about it. I'll just serve me in a plastic plate. And I grabbed one of those like plastic plates. It was like a red plastic plate, like from a children's plastic plate. And I was like, I'll just serve myself, don't worry about it. And I started serving myself, and that just showed humility. And that's another thing that I'm learning in the Third Testament, is that the Mexican people, the Lord saw, he found humbleness in the Mexican people. And it's just crazy how everything is tying now. Like everything that I've been through in my life is now tying together. Like as I go, I'm discovering more things about myself and more things about God and how we're connected and how the world is connected. And I'm so mesmerized by the way that he's just marking his authority in a very romantic way to me, as like that's the type of connection that I have with him. He's just so gracefully been tying everything together, and even though people have seen me as trash or whatever, God doesn't see me that way, and I'm gracefully he's been washing over my sin over and over and over again. But there's got to be a time when the bride of Christ, and this goes for everybody, for all of us, that we don't sin anymore. We become holy. We teach a gospel that God is always going to forgive you when you sin, and that's true. He will. But there's got to be, you can't just do whatever you want and think that God sees it normal because you can now live and party and do whatever you want because you've been saved. No, you have to put your part. You have to put effort into your salvation, working towards your salvation every single day. And it's biblical. You can go search it up for yourself. But it's not that easy. But yes, when we fall, he gracefully forgives us. And that's the God we serve. But anyway, as I was saying in this dream, back to the dream, so in the Third Testament, it talks about how the Mexican he finds humbleness in Mexican people, and how they form, I think it's 12,000 of this people, of Mexicans, are the chosen people. And don't quote me on that, because I'm barely like getting into it, so don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it says. And when he revealed me as the bride, as his, la novia, como decimos en español, as the bride of Christ, he did it in Miami, and I saw myself, he gave me a vision, and I saw myself with wearing the Mexican flag in my face, like with paint. And it was like he was showing me off to everybody there. He was showing off that I was Mexican and that he chose me. Like, I don't know. I just get really excited. But basically that, yeah, like he chose me to be his bride. And he showed me as like a role model. And yeah, part of this 144,000, it says that we're gonna be role models, because if y'all think that you guys get tempted, we get tempted as twice as much, and the enemy is attacking us a lot more because he knows our mission. And basically it's just crazy how he's like, I didn't know that I was part of this 144 until I'm barely, and that's what the Third Testament says about these people, is that they don't know who they are, and I don't know who I am. I'm constantly like, that's why I got into astrology, because I wanted to know more about myself. I was figuring myself out, and I'm still am, day by day. But I'm starting to acknowledge who I am, and I'm really humble about it, because I'm a sinner. I've sinned a lot more, I think, but I don't think I have like an evil spirit. Like, even though I've sinned so much, I'm not evil. There's a difference between being a sinner and being evil. And yeah, guys, so back to the dream. I remember that, so that ties in what he revealed in Miami, that I was Mexican, and to be proud of it, because sometimes I wasn't proud, to be honest with you, because we're the minority, and there's white supremacy, it's true, and we're always depicted as like, they're always just throwing trash at us, and just throwing shade and throwing rocks at us. So I wasn't proud, but when he revealed me with the Mexican flag, it's like, you're not American, you're Mexican, and be proud of it. Like, I chose you as my bride. Be proud of it. And everybody was like, whoa, because he didn't just show it to me. I was the mediator, in a sense. I was like the messenger, but it was showing me off. And he knows me more than I know myself, right? He knows how many hairs I have in my head. I don't know how many hairs I have in my head. So that just goes to show that God knows you more than you know yourself. That basically, that's what it means. And I don't see myself like he sees me, but if he says that's who I am, that's who I am. Period. That's who I am. And I'm a role model to many. And that's what a friend of mine said once, that I was a role model to many women. But I don't see myself like that. But yeah, I've overcome many things in my life. And I'm practicing celibacy right now. So I'm getting ready to be with God if I don't get married here on earth, which I don't care if I don't, because God is beautiful. He's with me. I just have to, the way that God works, he can come into your life whenever. Like, he can come into your life whenever, but when you have a connection with him, when you have a relationship, because this is a relationship type of thing. You move. I love this song. As you move, just like that. When I move, you move, just like that. That's how God works. When you move, he moves. When you move, he moves. When he moves, you move. And it's an equal type of give and take, you know? Like, he wants you to give to him as well. Your time, your energy. Like you would with a partner. Like you would spend time with a partner, he wants to spend time with you. So I just haven't been spending that much time with him, but now that I got sick, I'm sick right now, as you can tell. I've been spending more time with him. I've been spending more time with the Third Testament, which is freaking amazing. I was gonna say a bad word. It's freaking amazing. I strongly recommend it. It's beautiful. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-opening, eye-opening, very insightful, and it's gonna help the chosen ones. So I strongly recommend it. And basically, in the dream, I'm gonna finish up the dream. In the dream, I was talking to children, because in real life, guys, I get along better with children and older people than I do with adults. Because they just have so much purity. This is what one guy told me, is because they're so pure. And maybe that's why. But I can relate better to a child than I can with an adult. I'm an introvert. So basically what happened was that I was talking to these children, and I love their outfits. They were like from London or Europe, and that's the type of fashion that I like. And they had like, I love wearing things in my head, like any type of hat, or just any European type of hat or anything like that. I love wearing it. And they had these hats, very old-ish and very high-class type of hats that they were wearing. I was like, I love your outfit. That's how I want to dress. Like, that's the type of dresses that I like. And I remember I heard a person say, she's high class. So even though I'm high class, that's what that meant. I'm humble. Like, in the spirit. Guys, we're the bride. Think about it. Like, the bride. Like, what? But we are high class. We're the highest of classes. I mean, we're in the kingdom of God, in the castle of God. So I don't know, I'm honestly, I feel like a princess. I feel like a princess swept off her feet. That's how God made me feel. But I did a lot of horrible things in California, but I'm gonna be guys, I'm gonna be writing a book, and in this book I'm gonna be really open with you guys and just exposing everything, because there's even a verse in the Bible that says that the godly people come to light to show, like, they confess their sin, but the evil people, they hide their sin because they live in darkness, and the godly people show their sin because they want to be righteous with God. And I can't remember exactly what verse, but if you know the Bible, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, guys, that's truly how I feel. Like, I just want to expose what I've done in my sinful nature, to hopefully help people come clean and repent, because everything is forgiven in the sight of God. So yeah, this is gonna be part 2, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.